score between the Denver Broncos and the Cincinnati Bengals. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports.
From his end zone, here's Tremon Smith. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
They begin the drive with Williams.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Play action. Now Wilson.
He'll go up top here for Hamler.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10, right at the 30.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the Broncos get there and take him down. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down.
Well, the very first thing they told us, Charles, was we need to apply pressure early, and I would call that early pressure a nice sack to start the game.
And on the other sideline, I just have this image in my mind of the head coach on the headset with the offensive coordinator asking him if that's exactly what he saw in his mind when he called that play, and if so, is it going to be like this all day? That's a tough one right there.
I'm fine, ready?
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
11 MT paint. 11 MT paint. 12, 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And out across midfield down to the 45. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Pass thrown right back to Joe Mixon. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive.
One more, ready?
6 yards left on second down.
Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go.
A first carry here for Joe Mixon.
And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos' 24.
Well, when you get an elite running back like he is, sometimes you've got to employ the by any means necessary method to get him down.
Yeah, sometimes you're relieved even if a flag comes out. But if you just get the hand up and you get it on the mask, you can kind of get away with that. But as soon as you curl it around a finger or the hand, that's pretty easy for everyone to see. And they'll call that one every time.
11 MT pace. 11 MT pace.
And Burrow going to throw again.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
12, 12, 12. 12, 12, 12. Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line.
DJ Jones
Able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be 4th down.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives, and they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Flushed out right. Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Play action. It's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. This is taken at about the 14. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
2nd down and 3.
It's Mixon on the counter. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. And they go play action now. Burrow. Flush to his right. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. They'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
11.
They go play action with Burrow. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 36 yards on the play.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs. And the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. Dancing, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And they get it back within a point at 7-6. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final. He's got a man, complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. 65 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up second down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
11 empty.
Another try after the first down sack. Burrow under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a third and long after that sack we just saw. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
11 mighty.
They will throw on first down with Burrow, escaping the pressure right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Here we go.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here we go.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. McPherson's kick is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively off. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. T. Higgins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work to run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working, but they run it more effectively. They may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
11, Tommy.
Play action. It's Burrow. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Burrow will throw. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
On third down, Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. DeAndre Hopkins, 50 yards. And the Bengals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. They go play action with Wilson. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
The scoreboard tells the story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So 2nd and 10, third quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. Eluding the pressure right. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Bengals are going to get the football back at their own 17. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Burrow. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Burrow on play action. And that is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. And that's going to be caught by Sutton. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. This will be caught. Judy. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Wilson will throw again. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Fourth down. Here's Wilson. A throw over the middle taken in by Troutman. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down. Here's the option going left on 2nd down. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter play. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. 4th down now after a loss of 2. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Kevin King with a pick. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling, maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
On one, right? Hey, can.
To throw again on second down. Burrow. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
11.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Buying time to his left. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Play action. Now Wilson. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
On third down, Wilson. And now another one thrown incomplete.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. That's complete to Troutman, right side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And this is caught. Touchdown, Broncos. Greg Dulcich, 39 yards. And the Broncos are able to cut into that deficit. So now a big play here as the Broncos will line up to go for 2. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left.
Gotta go, here now, let's go. Left that.
Wilson gonna throw for it. Being chased out left. And this is going to be intercepted.
As most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. He's at the 40. Past the 20.
Oh, he doesn't quite make it
as close as he could possibly get, but still, what a return.
And, partner, not only is he kicking himself right now, he's going to petition the league for 99-yard fields. That's almost not fair to get it that far and not get into the end zone. Nevertheless, a great return.
The best starting field position you could possibly have. First and goal, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Kareem Hunt
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Bengals are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. He's got it at the 10. And he will step out of bounds. Oh, what a mistake there. And the 2-point try will be unsuccessful.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Off the play fake, here's Wilson.
This pass caught by Hamler.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Play action, it's Wilson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time, down he goes.
Well, they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. From the shotgun, Wilson. Looking left sideline, incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
Throwing again here, Wilson.
He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down.
Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Broncos are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion. And now we're back to a 1-score game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So we will start here at the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that
offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Throwing now is Joe Burrow. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day three corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. 8 yards to go on second down. Now Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Wilson to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Deeper. Hey, 0. Good point.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown.